on the core today. First thing, let's just think about what the core actually is. People think that it's the space between your ribs and your pelvis, so the abdominal region here. But when we're thinking about movement, there really isn't a core to your body. There's no one definable feature that we can say that is the center of or the most important part of the spine or the stabilizing structure. And interestingly, when you look at research into what the core does, it has very little relationship to lower back pain and to kind of stability or that core stability training. It doesn't really do what it says on the tin a lot of the time. Nevertheless, it's a very useful way of looking at defining a certain area of the body, and we are going to be working mainly with the space between your chin and your hips today. So, to start, what I'd like you to do is just find a space where you can stand with your feet just wider than shoulder width apart. Take a deep breath and relax into your body. Take another deep breath, and this time with the out breath, close your eyes. And soften your body again. Now pay attention to how your feet are feeling on the floor. See if you can feel your weight. Feel where your weight is contacting the ground. Is the weight more in your left leg or your right leg? Is it more in your toes or your heels? Is the arch of your foot flat against the floor, or can you feel the outside of your foot against the floor? Take a deep breath, and as you breathe out this time, try to move in the smallest way you can find in order to center yourself on your feet. So equal weight front to the back, equal weight left to right. Okay, then with your eyes still closed, we're going to get you to now rotate, beginning to light up in your brain, your spine. So start from the very top and look over the left shoulder. And when you're looking over the left shoulder, I want you to feel your neck moving. You're trying to move the spine from the top down to the bottom in sequence. So once you've reached the end of your neck's range of movement, then move your shoulders in the mid part of your spine. As that rotation descends down your spine, allow your lower back to move. And then your hips, and then your knees, and then your feet. When you come back, keeping your eyes closed still, try and reverse the process. Coming back from your feet first, then your knees, then your hips, your lower back, your mid-back, finishing last with your head. And we're going to repeat this a couple of times each side. So, looking to the right now, with your eyes still closed, paying attention to how your spine feels today. Neck first, then mid-back. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Are your shoulders trying to really pull you around into this rotation? Or are you letting your spine do the work? Hips, knees, feet, all the way to your end range and come back. Feet first, feet, knees, hips, lower back, mid-back, neck, finish with the head. One more time to the left, looking over to the left-hand side. Are you feeling stiff in any particular place in your spine today? All the way around to your feet. Coming back, feet first, then knees, then hips, lower back, mid-back, neck and head. One more time to the right with this movement, looking over the right shoulder. rotating from the top down to the bottom in sequence. And coming back. Feet, knees, hips, lower back, mid-back, head. Now open your eyes. And we're going to begin a roll down. So resettle yourself on your feet, find that 50-50 weight balance again. And tucking the chin in. Rolling down. Again in sequence from the top to the bottom. Thinking about opening the spine in this movement. Bending the knees as you get to the end of your range to stop the stretch from going down into the feet. And keeping it as an opening movement. When you come back up, pushing through the feet. Engaging the buttock muscles to bring your lower back on top of your pelvis. Rolling up in the mid-back, then into the neck, then finishing last with the head. Take a deep breath. Breathe out, relax into your body. One more time with that roll down, really opening up your spine this morning. This time, really trying to feel that stretch descend your back. Starting with the head, then the neck. Make sure you get that roll going down to the mid-back, the portion between the shoulders. Feel the stretch descend into the lower back. As you bend the knees. And at the bottom this time, make sure that your head has released all of its tension. So your head is just relaxed, the crown of your head is pointed towards the floor, you're looking between your knees. Take a deep breath. Relax your body. Coming back up, pushing through the feet. Engaging the buttock muscles to roll the spine back up on top of your hips. Finishing last with the head. Now we're going to go back into extension. So looking up towards the ceiling this time, keeping the jaw closed, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Looking up, feeling the stretch at the front of the neck. Allowing that stretch to pull you backwards, bringing your hips forwards and engaging your buttock muscles as you go forwards. This will protect your lower back. Bend the knees. Come back to normal standing. Once again, looking up towards the ceiling. Keeping that jaw closed and the tongue stuck to the roof of your mouth. Arching. Buttocks engaged. Leaning back. Bent knees. Coming back. Fantastic. Last movements to get your whole body woken up and your spine engaged is going to be a side bending movement. For this one, you're going to drop your ear to one shoulder, starting on the left hand side, and again you're thinking about that top to the bottom movement. So feeling the stretch in the side of your neck and allowing that to pull you down to the side. Again, bend your knees slightly. And make sure that when you get to your lower back and you're feeling the stretch in your lower back, you allow your hips just to drop to one side. So rather than it being a rigid spinal movement, allow the whole body to take part in this. And as you come back up, trying to finish last with the head and dropping down to the other side. May help to stroke the outside of your leg. As you drop to this right hand side, making those hips drop to the side and feeling the stretch in the lower back as you do so. Coming back up, and we're going to repeat this another couple of times. So to the left again, dropping the head, shoulders, hips, fall away from the head, stroking down the outside. And while you're here, I want you to reach up towards the ceiling, reaching up and over your head, and back over once again. And as you come back over, you raise yourself up, finishing with the head. Once again, starting with the spine. As you reach close to the bottom of this movement, raise your arm up, over your head. Feel the stretch moving throughout the whole spine. finish with the head. 2 more times each side of this movement, gently with your body. Should feel pleasant and not painful. Raising, arm back, coming up. Okay, this last time we're going to try and breathe in as we come back up. So start with the head, stroke down the outside of the leg, bring the arm over, feel the stretch, then to come back up, you're breathing in. Just notice how much more powerful that feels, how much more muscular engagement you can get as you inhale to bring yourself back up. Last time to the left-hand side, again, just feeling that power that can be generated with the in-breath. Bending to the side, arm above the head, feel the stretch. Bring the arm back, breathe in. Bring yourself back to standing. Okay, fantastic. So our whole spines should be woken up now. Let's get the shoulders going. So shoulders are going to be a rolling movement, and we're going to start with 10 times relatively quickly and then 5 times very slowly. So roll those shoulders as big as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now 5 very slowly, same direction. Notice any jerky bits of the movement. Notice whether your elbows are all the way out to the side or whether your arms are relaxed. That's 1. If you've already finished one, then make the next one extra slow. Try and mimic me for speed. All the way back to feel the shoulder blades pinching together. All the way down. And again, that's 2. Just beginning to roll up. All the way as high as you can get them towards your ears. Pinching those shoulder blades at the back. Reaching them down towards the floor. All the way forwards to feel it stretch at the back. And that's 3. 2 more of these, all the way up, a little bit quicker this time. All the way back. All the way down. And all the way forwards. Last time now, all the way up. All the way back. All the way down. Relax. Good, now interlacing your fingers behind your back, and what we're going to do is we're going to open the chest. So you're going to bring your hands downwards towards your knees, and as you do so you're going to lift your chin and lift your chest. So before we reach down with the hands, I just want you to practice the lifting the chest movement in this position. So the lifting the chest movement, you've got to imagine that you're trying to arch between your shoulder blades. So you're trying to create space in the chest and to shrink that space at the back. You can use your shoulder blades to do this movement, but you'd like to see if you can focus on the spine as well as the shoulder blades. Just lifting that chest and relaxing it down. Get really used to this movement. This is fantastic if you have been sitting at a desk all day, or you're feeling tight in the mid-back or the chest. Good, okay, now we're going to look up towards the ceiling. Again, keeping that jaw closed, feeling the stretch at the front of the neck. Looking up, as you look up, you then open the chest. Reach your hands down towards the knees. And back to normal. looking down towards the floor and going into a roll down. And as you do this, just reaching your arms above your head, at the back, far as it's comfortable. Feel the stretch. Coming back up, looking towards the ceiling, bringing that chest up, shoulders back, hands down towards the knees. Relax in the center. Going to do this 3 more times. So, looking down, breathing out as you go down, relaxing, bringing the arms up above the head, feeling the stretch in the shoulders, the arms, the back. Coming back up to standing, reaching the arms down the back, towards the knees, lifting the chest, closing the shoulders, looking up towards the ceiling with the jaw closed. And relax to the center. Take a breath. As you breathe out, looking down. As you bend forwards, bring your arms above your head, hands still interlaced. Feel that stretch. Bend your knees. Come back up. Looking up towards the ceiling. Arching the back, bringing your hands down, shoulder blades together, chest to the sky. And relaxing in the center. Last time, looking down, rolling towards the floor, reaching up. Feel the shoulders, standing up again, looking up towards the ceiling as you reach down with your hands and lift that chest towards the sky. If you're hearing clicking and popping, it's normal. It's just an indicator that your spine is moving. Okay, now with your arms in front of you, pushing away from you as if you were trying to push somebody away from you or push against an object. This should bring your shoulders really across your rib cage. And as you do so, I would like to try and hollow your chest back. So this movement is not happening in your neck, it's happening, or your lower back, or your knees, it's happening in your mid-back, in the part of your spine between your shoulder blades. And you're imagining somebody is trying to poke you in the chest at the same time as you're pushing forwards. And you're just trying to avoid that person poking you in the chest. Bringing your spine and your chin down, feeling the stretch in the shoulder blades. Breathe deep and come back to normal standing. Once again with this movement, pushing forwards, hollowing that chest back, increasing the distance between your hands and your breastbone. Push, feel the stretch, breathe, and come back to standing. Final time with this movement, reaching the hands up, pushing away, hollowing the chest, feeling the stretch, breathing all the time. 2 breaths here this time. 1, breathing in again. And as you breathe out, come back to standing. Fantastic. So hopefully you're feeling nice and warmed up in the spine now. We're going to do a reaching movement before we go to do some lying stuff that's going to be a little bit more demanding on your body. So this first reach is going to be a circular reach. I want your hands to be interlaced in front of you, and you're going to be reaching with your knees slightly bent in a big circle. All the way around and all the way down. Be kind to yourself. If there's any pain, do less. If it feels good, keep going. We're going to do 5 circles. 1, 2. Breathing all the time. Breathing in as you come up. And out as you go down. That's 3. In as you come up, out as you go down. 4. In as you come up, out as you go down. 5. Okay, 5 the other direction now. In as you come up. Out as you come down. In as you come up. Really feel that stretch along the sides of your body as you go up and down. 3. 4. 5. Good. Coming back. Final reaching movement. Catch your breath if you're feeling a little bit lightheaded. And we're going to make a T shape with your body, with your arms. Legs just wider than shoulder width apart. And you're going to be reaching to the opposite foot. So we're going to start with the right hand, and that's going to go to the left big toe. So soften the knees. And breathe out as you move down, breathe in as you come back up. So, 1. And out as you go down to the other side. 1. And we do 5 each side. 2. 2. 3. 3. Keep that T shape. 4. 4. 5. 5. Okay, a couple more of these actually, they're quite good. Keep the knees bent. Another 5 each side. 1. 1. 2. 2. And as you come back up, reach towards the ceiling. 3. Reach towards the ceiling. 4. Reach to the ceiling. 5. Reach for the ceiling. 5. Reach for the ceiling and relax. Shake out your arms, shake out your spine, shake out your body. Okay, so we are going to come into a little bit more of a strength exercise now. And this strength exercise is fantastic for the core. You would have seen it before. We're going to go and do a plank. So coming into a all-fours tabletop position. Now find what you're comfortable with, because we're going to hold this for about a minute. And I'm going to count you in. So, imagine yourself in a minute's time, still holding this pose. Make sure that you find one that's easy. Now, the way in which you grade it is you bring your knees further away from your hands. So the further away your knees are from your hands, the harder it's going to be. We're going to start on the elbows with your hands interlinked. So find a position that you feel you can hold where the knees are at a distance from the elbows. And if your knees are at a distance from your elbows and you're finding it easy still, then bring your pelvis down towards the floor so that you're flattening yourself out a little bit. For those who really want a challenge, come up onto the toes. For those who want more of a challenge, come up onto one leg. So, find what you're capable of. Get into your plank position, and I'm going to count for 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You really feel that engagement in your abdominal muscles, tucking your hips underneath. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. If it gets too difficult, come back to an easier version. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I'm feeling it now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 1 minute. Come back to tabletop. Separate your knees, bring your arms out in front of you. Rest back into child's pose. Take some deep breaths. So, from child's pose, I would like you to come back into tabletop, and as you do so, push your spine away from the floor, tucking your chin in and really rounding your back. Coming into the opposite now and dropping your spine down towards the floor, feeling the movement of your spine in this position, going from cat to cow. Good. Now, reaching with one arm, down and through. So you're rotating through your spine, and your head should be almost in between your opposite knee and hand. Coming back up, repeating the same rotation movement on the other side, reaching through, coming back up. Once again with that rotation, reaching through, coming back up. And again, reaching through, coming back up. Now, onto one elbow and onto one side, and you're going to reach with your hips up towards the ceiling, placing your hand in front of you in this side bent position, reaching and back down. We're going to do 5 of these each side. 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, rolling onto the other side of your body, onto your elbow, legs out straight, hand in front of you, and hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Coming back onto your back, and this is the last stretch we're going to do today. It's one of my favourites. Lying down supine. Reaching with your right arm up towards the ceiling. Dropping the right arm down, looking at the hand. Bringing the right leg up, 90 degrees at the hip and knee. Dropping that leg in the opposite direction to your hand. And holding on to the right knee with your left arm. And wiggle into this stretch. Adjusting the position of your hand or your hip or your knee or your leg to find the position that feels like it is the most pleasant for you and for your back. Keep this rotation and breathe deeply 3 times. Come back. Bring the hand back. Left leg and left arm this time, reaching up, bringing the left leg, hip and knee 90 degrees, dropping them in opposite directions across your body. Placing your hand onto your knee, wiggling into this stretch, adjusting yourselves to feel the most pleasant stretch in your spine. There is no one perfect way to do this movement. It's all about adjusting it to what's best for your body in this moment. And breathing. back to supine. If you want to stay here for a moment, feel free to do so. Breathing deeply, relaxing your body. To stand up, roll onto one side, placing the top hand on the ground in front of you, pushing through with that bottom arm, coming into a kneeling position, sitting back on your knees, and a really nice little extra stretch for your toes if you're on your knees is just to tuck your toes underneath. Feels really good just to open up the bottom of the feet before you go to stand. Push against the ground, come to standing. So, that's where we're going to finish today's session. Thank you very much.